So we're going to talk about digital sovereignty in Europe, and then we often talk about technology, infrastructure, and systems. But at the core, and this is what we just heard, it's about responsibility also, like knowing about it and being responsible, and it is about control. So our next speaker brings a perspective that connects exactly these dimensions: scientific excellence and a very clear sense of societal responsibility. And we are even more proud to have him here, as his work has recently been recognized with one of the highest honors in the field of computer science, the Albert Andrus Award. So please welcome on stage Professor Dr. Harald Wehnes, Professor of Computer Science at the University of Würzburg. Welcome, Harald. So this is do you want to use the this one? Yeah, hand microphone, mobile, and this one is your presenter.
Ah, the presenter.
Yes. Please.
Thank you so much for the warm welcome. It's just like coming home. Yeah, solutions for digital sovereignty before Trump flips the kill switch. Just have a look at the kill switch. I have one. Okay. Yeah, you're already part of America's digital colony, and you just didn't know it.
Maybe to the side.
With the wrong one? Here. Here. Yeah, it's working. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Every contract with Microsoft Big Tech is a gateway for US authorities. I think you all know the Cloud Act. This act, this legal, does not ask for permission. And, oh, sorry. And since the end of last year, we have the National Security Strategy of the US. And it makes European infrastructure as a national security assets of US. And everything we do, Trump, we make America great again. America first. You all know data is the new oil. It's our data. Our data is the oil for big tech. And you see, you have the data acquisition, data engineering, profiling, for example, and data storage and selling data. And this is done by big tech. And maybe you've heard of Joanna Zuboff, professor from Harvard. She said, it's possible to have surveillance capitalism, and it's possible to have democracy. It's not possible to have both. And I think we are on the way to surveillance capitalism. We are the data donors. It's our data. And if we would give them our data, these big giants would come together like card houses. Of particular valuable data are health data, financial data, and trade business data. Every data has a value, has a worth. Our data are the jewels, the crown jewels, our jewels. And if someone has a lot of data, there's a potential misuse of this. And we see this every day: political influence by the power of data, blackmailing, threats, kill switches, shutdowns, and a lot of other points. I have examples for all of this, but I can't show them today because I have only 20 minutes. But the message is, if we lose our data sovereignty, we are dead. That's not from me, it's from a CEO from Stagit. And our data are not safe in US computer centers. 3 examples: Amsterdam Trade Bank Microsoft blocked the access to this bank, and consequence, the bank became insolvent. There's a video on the Austrian TV that shows this. Then I think you all have heard of it, about the ICC sanctions, US sanctions, and Microsoft act like a deputy sheriff. Consequence, inability of work of the prosecutor and also of other people. And the next one, in India, the second largest private refinery. Microsoft took all the service offline, and yeah, what happens? 4,500 employees could not work, and also 6,500 gas stations. Yeah, what big tech is doing to get our data. And it starts with school children, unbelievable. Children are tracked by Microsoft. And it ends, with a great range, it ends at the European Commission. Yeah? The US Congress forced the big tech companies to hand them over all the communication from the European Commission and also its member states. Yeah? All the communication, even deleted communication and encrypted communication. What does it mean? What can they do with encrypted communication? NSA is the master of all encryption. They can encrypt, they have the keys for everything. Otherwise, it would be nonsense to get encrypted messages. And thousands of documents have already gone over the ocean to Washington. And I think this is still on the way. Yeah, and the Cloud Act is some of the door for doing this. Yeah? Trump publicly threatens all countries whose laws restrict big tech's business. We have these two powers, Trump, military power, political power, big tech, a lot of money, and the data. And this is not a good combination. And he says, Trump truth, Trump line, no, good. The implementary strategy, creating fear. We have this every day. We have the threats. Normally threats are tariff pressure and export restrictions. These are also in his, here in his post. Export restrictions on our highly protected technology and chips. Yeah, there are a lot of promises, even in written form. They are cancelled. These promises have a very short half-time. I show you examples of this later. And I think that's always the same pattern. Yeah? And we should understand the pattern. I think I can show you the pattern of this. We have personal blackmail, explosion of US officials abroad, and also these compulsory obligations, subpoenas, are they called, where the US companies are forced to bring to Washington all the information of the world, to hand over the information, which is stored in US computer centers. Some examples. Canada, they had digital tax. We need digital tax. I think we had a talk yesterday about this. But Trump tells them, oh, I don't want to speak about tariffs with you because you have this digital tax. and they killed their text, their digital text, and they had text meetings, and they agreed to some new percents of tax. And 4 months later, there was an anti-custom advertising clip with Reagan, who said, tariffs are not good for economy. And with this, Trump announces additional tariffs against Canada. Similar to Switzerland, first they were shocked with 39% of tax, and then they pilgered to Washington, and there they got this new deal. The Federal Council has assured the US not to introduce digital tax. And we also have this here in Europe. EU Commission meets Trump's demands. What does it mean? Trump seeks say in EU digital laws. It's unbelievable. Trump has influence on our laws. Yeah? And the next step, after doing this, he increases the law, the tax up to, he will increase raise the tariffs on cars to 25%. Thank you, Mr. Trump. And Trump is also considering personal sanctions against US officials who work with the digital laws. He is considering this. They are also doing this. Unbelievable. EU representatives are being personally threatened during shipping negotiations. Yeah? They're doing it. And they threaten these people, they threaten their families and their organization. Yeah? These are all with sources, the information. Summary, we have lost the rule-based world order. And they can do everything. If Washington says pull the plug to some big tech companies, they will do it. They have to do it. There's no other way, regardless of the law here in Germany and in other countries, Belgium. Yeah. And you know this picture. I edited it with a comment. Thank you for your fantastic blackmail potential you have created for me. Yeah? Here we have big tech, Trump, the best president they ever had in the States for big tech business, of course. And here we have his kill switch. And what does it mean? Who possesses the data, our data, who controls the infrastructure? He can do everything. Yeah? He has the power, they have the power, and that's the basis for surveillance capitalism. They can survey us. Yeah. And we have, sorry to say that, data theft as a business model. Yeah? Here the great economic gain for the acquirer of our data. They can do the business only with our data. Yeah. And on the right-hand side, you have the budget of Germany in 24. And they avoid taxes. They extend their market power to other branches, banking, logistics, and so on. Yeah. And also they have a great influence at legislation, lobbying. I think here in Brussels are more full-time equivalent, 900 full-time equivalent lobbyists of big tech, more than there are members in the parliament. Yeah. And profit and so on. And the cost trap, we paid this dependency with our tax. Yeah? For example, Bayerische Staatskanzlei, ninefold from 10 million to 90 million in just a few years. For Microsoft services, our government, Bund, nearly $500 million, high increase, and so on. Yeah. And even in the clinic, in the hospital sector, here's an example, a hospital with paid 130,000 license fee. It's already very much. And from 2026, 2.1 million per year. And this can be the debt of this hospital. Yeah. Our money is special assets called Sondervermögen. They go siphon to the US. We are financing our digitalization with our money. Yeah. And yeah, there's another statistics of Microsoft revenue, and the problem is we are in a lock-in trap. And this trend continues, and it means some of the companies, or first all of the companies, their profit, their productivity goes to Microsoft. Yeah. Tax money export. Yeah, another and last number about service trade deficit. People speak about the goods deficit, or in the other way. We have 148 billion euro to the US, growth rate 36%. This is 740 social houses, 200,000 euro each per year, and 1.5 million IT experts with an annual salary of 100,000 euro. And now we have the forecast. That's very critical. If you have a look at this forecast, here on the, just looking to the wrong monitor. Here we have the dates of 2024. We are going with the same annual increase of 36%. We have in 2029 689 billions, yeah, because of lock-ins, monopoly prices, and the eternity burdens. And it's higher than the federal budget of Germany. Yeah, but you have to look at the whole picture. I think all of you see parts of this. I showed you again. I showed you just, but this is the whole picture about it. And yeah, a big tech rich, we are dead. And here's some of the methods. Yeah, make narratives lure companies, organization into the big tech clouds. Yeah, I don't have to talk about it, you see it. We have, at the moment, a lot of sovereignty washing, because everyone wants to have sovereignty, digital sovereignty, and they show you their dependencies and turn it. It's sovereign, yeah. Use more IT solutions of Microsoft and so on, and you are more independent. Absolute lie. But what's the consequence? The loss of sovereignty of our own data, unlimited license payments. It's like in a colony, tribute payments. Yeah? No local creation of value. We are only users, not developer, creators, and destruction of economy and member of a digital colony. Yeah. And here, yeah, for free. If it's for free, you are the good. And discount, 95%, sounds great. But when the time is over and they give you only 90%, that means the price is doubling. Yeah. Oh, so I go under, yeah, countermeasures. What must he now do? Yeah, enough is enough. I think you understand this. Yeah? Blackmailing, data theft, manipulation, surveillance, and anyone, that's I think my message, anyone who uses digital dependency to blackmail us forfeits the right to do business with us. And here are a list of countermeasures. We have this opportunity. We have to, for example, just one measure here, the framework agreements with big tech. They kill our digital companies. No contracts with cloud act companies in the critic sector and so on. Yeah, we can do it better, just building larger ecosystems, global alliances. US are only 5% of the people living on the world. In Germany, we have the root initiative called Digital Independence Day. Yeah, you get the slides later, and I think I just switch it. We have this. We started with this initiation, and we have the platform already in English. So we are going up to other countries with this initiative, become a mass movement. We have a lot of alternatives. Here's a platform. We have a lot of alternatives also in the clouds. And we have already a lot of examples which are working. And we have a whole country like France who is on the way to digital sovereignty. And the message is, if it's possible there, it's also possible everywhere. And yeah, it's not a shortage of alternatives. It's only a lack of political will. So let's work together to achieve digital sovereignty. We have the analysis, alternatives, and movements. And we have the chance to create our future. Like Abraham Lincoln said, the best way to predict the future is to create it. Thank you so much.